most of the large occupiers, to go and look for a BTS commitment with the developers. Vacancy level in the top 6 cities fell marginally from 17% in first half of 2015 to less than 14% in first half of 2016, while cities such as Pune and Chennai witnessed a sharp drop in vacancy in the last year. Bangalore 6% and Pune 7% have single-digit vacancy levels, like the way I mentioned. So let's look at the rental trend. Rental values have continued to maintain their upward movement. It's a simple phenomenon, as supply starts shrinking, demand goes up, rentals start picking up. It's a simple formula. In most of the cities, as average rents shot up by 8% year on year in first half of 2016. At least people who are committed, when I say people, the tenants who are committed to a 12 to 15% escalation once in every 3 years would feel quite happy looking at it based on the decisions that they made, that the rents have gone up to 8% per annum. I'm glad I made that commitment well in advance. So this jump was led by cities such as NCR, Pune and Bengaluru, where rents have moved up in the range of 10 to 14% year on year. This trend used to be once in every 3 years. This is moved per annum in first half of 2016. So some of the key takeaways: increase in transactions led by Hyderabad and Mumbai. Vacancy levels reach a record 8-year low. Pune and Bangalore in single digit. Again, I said great news for developers, landlords. Rentals in Pune and NCR increased by 14%. Great news again for landlords. Not sure, but it's a good news for occupiers. E-commerce transactions declined by 78%. There's some news that we have spoken about FDI announced by the government. So e-commerce is set to kind of bounce back. This is, I would say, this is a short-term loss, but it would bounce back in my opinion. So let's very quickly move to Bangalore. I'll start with residential. After the All India story, it's about Namma City, Namma Bengaluru, and we start with residential. Some good news for the sector. We know that our city is a sober, stable market, end-user market, and perhaps that's our strength. That's how we fared better than the other top cities in the recent difficult months. We compared this period H1 2016 to H1 2015 and found out that this year we managed to break out the shell and saw some signs of improvement in both new launches and sales. So as we move forward, let's understand in terms of what does it say about both the launches and the sales. So here we are. After the steep decline we saw in the launches last year, this year, the number improved by 13%. We also saw sales increase by 18% after its slow performance in first half of the year in 2015. This is mainly due to end user market which we have witnessed in Bengaluru for many years now. Another important feature that we noticed in the price trend, while weighted average prices have been growing and there has been no price drift, the growth trend has been reducing over year. This is quite understandable as the market has slowed down in the recent months along with inventory pileup. So let's understand what's happening in various micro markets. So we spoke about launches. North definitely is kind of lost due to reasons where the prices are shot up there, and East has kind of picked up because of the number of launches coming there, which is in the range of around 50-55 lakhs in East Bangalore. So let's very quickly move to office. I think this is one particular vertical when I speak about, I would definitely have a lot of smile on my face, not just on my face, but I'm sure the same holds good with most of the commercial developers as well. The Bangalore office market has performed well in both transactions and new completions. I hope and wish when it comes to new completions, I would I hope and wish I talk about the same thing going forward as well, because the new launches may dip a little further going forward as well. Let's definitely go ahead and look at some details in terms of what's happening on the office sector. As you see, transactions remain upbeat as a steady high of 6.1 million square feet this year, during the first half of the year. While the focus in the other areas have always been the transactions, this year it has been the quantum of new completions that entered the market. New completions this year has been significantly high at 6 million square feet compared to other years. The last time Bengaluru saw a similar figure, as you see in the chart, was way back in 2010. The past few years has seen fairly low completions, which had led potential occupiers to opt for pre-committed office spaces. So, talking about the vacancy rates which have been declining steadily over the years, owing to consistent transactions and restrained new completions, continue to remain at 7% in first half of the year, that's in 2016, despite the substantial number of new completions this year. IT/ITES sectors, again have come back into the race, where e-commerce, had a slight edge in terms of, how it was last year. But again, IT/ITES, has moved forward. Sector-wise transactions, let's understand a little more on this. IT/ITES sectors has accounted to 58% of the total absorption in first half of the year in 2016, as compared to the same period last year. This could be attributed to the large size deals transacted by most of the IT/ITES majors, which ranges between 100,000 square feet and more than 0.5 million square feet of transactions by most of the companies. The share of other office service sector, of which the e-commerce sector is a part, has dropped from 36% in H1 2015 to 30% in first half of the year in 2016. So let's look at, this is quite interesting in terms of the deal size analysis. Regarding this, it has remained largely steady in the past year, with only a nominal decline in first half of the year as compared to first half of the year in 2015. The number of deals, however, has gone up, but the average deal size, has changed a little bit. Micro market wise transactions, again, ORR is losing its grip, and there are various factors for it. And what are those factors? Let me just talk about it. The ORR office market saw a considerable dip in first half of 2016 compared to 2015, the same period. Consistent absorption in the past few years has led the ready-to-occupy office space in the region to shrink significantly, leading vacancy to be in the range of 2 to 5%. I'm sure you know why the rents are moving up so drastically. The ORR still accounts for a large quantum of pre-committed build-to-suit space, which is scheduled to become operational in the forthcoming months. With limited supply of vacant and ready to occupy office space in first half of 2016, H1 2016 saw the rise of peripheral markets. The reason is peripheral markets such as East Bangalore, Hosur Road, and Electronic City had some of the ready to occupy office space, and relatively the rents also been very much cheaper compared to the ORR. So as a matter of fact, IT/ITES organizations